Hey, attorney.
Hey.
How are you?
Oh, I'm just doing some people watching. I'm good.
Good. Any updates on the news that's happening soon in a few days?
Yeah, so the next few days we all know there may be some changes, some promises. We don't quite know exactly what to expect, right, until that time. Okay, so we haven't gotten there. And I even got an email just today about, the new bill, I'm panicking. I can't say anything about it until it comes. What remains a constant in every administration, because every administration, every president reports to, is that you need to have something pending. You need to have something pending to protect yourself. And when we talk about having something pending, these are a few of the options that I mean. Of course, adjustment of status through marriage always still applies. You know, there's still people who are in love, who are married to someone who loves them and doesn't mind petitioning for them. If you're one of those people, you have a solidly okay, good, great, excellent marriage, and your spouse is willing to petition for you, you can still be able to get a green card through your spouse. And in other words, adjust your status through marriage and get a green card that way. All right, that's one option, and we do that, of course. Option number two, whatever happens in the next few days, another option you still have for sure is, of course, going to be VAWA, and that's based on anything from common marital problems all the way to very extreme, crazy, out of this world abuse, okay? So anywhere from a spouse making important decisions without you, making fun of your accent, making fun of who you are, all the way to more extreme things like beating, biting, choking, slapping you, spouse giving you an STD, spouse throwing you out of the house, you finding out your spouse has something you didn't know before time, has a bipolar disorder, has a mental psychological disorder, has a STD, has a child with someone else, something big, you find out something big about your spouse you didn't know at the time, you can file for VAWA and get a 10-year green card. All right, remember, VAWA applies to even those who are not legally married in some states such as Alabama, Texas, New Hampshire, Colorado, okay? Remember, VAWA also applies to a parent who's been abused by their child who's over 21 years old, okay? So applies in many different settings. Something very similar to VAWA is also TVs, and that's actually going to be a new option. This is something we're going to be doing now. We're expanding our practice to now handle TVs. It's very similar, but also very different to VAWA, okay? In the sense that with the TVs, we're looking for a situation where there was some sort of promise or some sort of lure, typically, for the person to either begin working for an employer or for the person to enter the relationship, a marital relationship. A T visa is where there was some sort of promise, some sort of lure, something like that, and then there ended up being forced labor or forced sex, or due to threat or coercion, okay? So there needs to be some sort of threat or coercion to have sex or to perform work in exchange for the person to remain in the U.S., in exchange for their spouse or the employer not to call ICE on them. That's a T visa. So if that sounds like you or someone you know, I very much could help you. Give me a call. That's option number 3. Then option number 4, of course, is asylum. Asylum is one of the first things I ever learned as a lawyer, all right, was asylum. So I'm very good at it. I'm just not known for it. I don't know why, okay? But with asylum, you're basically just looking for a situation where there's some sort of unrest, some civil unrest, political unrest, something happened in a person's home country that made it to where they had to flee for their lives. Okay, they fled because of something they could not easily change about themselves, such as their race, their nationality, their religion, their political opinion. We have an asylum case. Popular common examples for asylum cases, political asylum cases, is also a situation where someone has been mutilated. Female genital mutilation, forced genital mutilation of women is a common great case for many people in many countries, or many countries other than the U.S. actually still mutilate women, and that's a human violation, and therefore we have a case, possibly, if that sounds like you. Of course, gang violence also could lead to a good asylum case, and much more. You get the point. And then finally, there's extraordinary ability visas. These are for the top 10% in their field. These are professionals, athletes, celebrities, people who have risen to the very top on the national scale of their field. Okay, so if you or someone you know sounds like that, then give me a call and I can help you. And I'm actually going to go back to people watching now. Did you have any questions about what I said?
Not really, attorney, but it's just so cool to me. Like, not only you could do green cards, VAWA cases, but asylums as well.
Yes.
Wow, so anyone can come to you about anything. That's pretty cool.
No,
You're very specialized in immigration, I will say.
I would say there's much more I still need to learn.
But you're so specialized in immigration. I just think that's pretty
I'm
cool.
just always learning, always perfecting, you know. That's called practice of the law. We're always evolving.
All right, attorney, well, you just enjoy your people watching.
Thank you, bye.